Next is from Niall Foster. The subject is fine. On the recent episode of AEW Dynamite, Jon Moxley once again was caught on camera blading. I think this honestly may be the 6th time this has happened since AEW, no joke. My question is though, should Tony Khan start fining Jon Moxley? He's clearly learning nothing from these botches. There's no way that AEW aren't aware of all the memes and Twitter clips making fun of it. So why does it keep happening? Could Jon Moxley be around on purpose? I don't think the production team should get the blame for Jon Moxley flat out lying in the corner, face up, and blame himself. Well, they should because they're shooting it, and the director can say, cut, go to another shot. Okay, so it's both of their faults. Okay? And next, oh, by the way, the final thing is I hear Billy's return to the Russo show has been a disaster already.
I like the way this guy was always saying, "Oh, you only read bad things about me," because that's basically what people send, bad things about you.
I know, it's like it. So next is
we did read the good things too.
Yeah, we did. We read everything.
But here, I agree 100% with everything you said, Disco. It's both their faults because you've got a guy in a truck and he's looking at 6 cameras and he's saying camera 1, camera 3, camera 4. Can you imagine if somebody streaked into the middle of the ring and they kept the camera on them? So yeah, the producer should be pulling away, but Moxley is more to blame because he keeps doing it and not hiding it.
I would want to ask, okay, because I don't know enough information on this. I would ask, hey, is Moxley telling you guys when he's going to blade? Because that's what that's a big spot in the match.
Yeah, but once they see it, they should pull away. They stay there too long.
I'm aware of that, but
and here's the other thing. Let's say Moxley says, "Oh, well, the cameras will cut it away." You've seen 3 or 4 times it hasn't happened. So why aren't you going to them and tell them not to show you when you're blading? And the other thing is, even if the cameras don't catch you, how about all the people with phones there?
Yeah. I will say, did you see Moxley take shots at the possibly us,
right?
And that, Joe, do you have the comments from Moxley when he's taking shots at the old head podcasters? What was the term he used?
Let me find out here.
Yeah. He took some shots at like the talking head podcaster guys or something like that. Like I whatever. So that like we're negative, typical snowflake guy, negative. We're negative and stuff. Whatever. So try and find that.
Oh, okay.
What does he say?
Jon Moxley believes the BCC rivalry with the Elite is the cutting edge of pro wrestling and has harsh words for critics of the company. Turning point. During an interview with Sports Illustrated, Jon Moxley explained why the BCC and the Elite is the hottest thing in pro wrestling right now. This rivalry between us is the cutting edge of the business. You might be more into something else, but look who is involved here. Kenny Omega, Bryan Danielson, Claudio. The Young Bucks may be the greatest tag team of all time. Even if you think I effing suck, you still have all these greats. A lot of people out there hate on the Bucks and Kenny Omega. We're obviously attacking them, have our issues with them, but we're not old-ass, bitter dudes with podcasts talking about how the business used to be. We are not that.
We're old-ass, bitter dudes talking about how the business
here's the thing that in AAA in Mexico, you should see the amount of abuse that I received, that I'm an idiot, that I don't know what I'm doing, that I'm a bunch of shit. I don't really give a
Lucha Blog is the guy that's they're kind of
he doesn't they don't really attack me as much as they used to because I think they figured out it wasn't me that was making all those dumb moves when they 10 years ago, and but they're always trying to be smart asses and think they know more than me. But anyways, I really don't give a about them either. But the thing is this, what were we talking about? Oh, Moxley. We've talked good about him before. I've never heard him say anything about that if he is referring to us. Plus, bro, I receive a lot of criticism too. That's part of the job. We've put you over when you've done cool. But, we've also made fun of him when he wasn't in shape. Right. I was also made fun of him for a long time when he came out of the janitor's room or whatever that was,
right?
And when I would meet him in AEW, the first time he was very evasive, kind of
like if he was walking towards you and he saw you, you could see him maybe put his head down or not want to make eye contact, one of those type of deals, or just go the other way.
Right, exactly like that. Like we were by the pool and we were kind of walking towards each other, and then he either turned around or started talking to somebody.
Right.
And I was gonna say, "Hey, what's up?" And then the second time that I saw him, which was the last time I was in AEW, I went into his dressing room for somebody was in there that I said hi to, and I didn't know it was his dressing room. And I was like, hey, and he was like, hey, basically get the fuck out of my dressing room. So obviously he doesn't take criticism well, but bro, he can't tell me that he's not at home watching TV and criticizing other people when they do that. He isn't, that he doesn't like. Everybody criticizes. Everybody has an opinion.
All these guys, when they're done, they're going to have the ability to start a podcast, and people are going to write in letters and ask them questions. They're going to have a forum and a platform to critique and give their opinions of everything else that's going on in professional wrestling, from an educated standpoint. He's not going to be some Mark podcast or some data. He's going to be a guy that's done it, that's been there and done that. So, whatever. But like right now, it's just funny. Like bro, like I said, and maybe this, I'm just on the end of the bell curve. Like you said, I just have none of this stuff. Like criticism just does not bother me. I retweet criticism of myself. I just say I don't block anybody. Because this doesn't really mean much to me. Like in the big picture, it's like all I'm doing on the show is just giving you people my opinions of things that I'm watching. It's like a movie review every week. It's like you don't like my reviews. All right, I don't care. It's like that's not changing my perspective when I'm watching a show from an educated standpoint and looking at like what I think mistakes or people are making, and I point them out. You don't like that, big deal, bro. Don't sit there and tell me we're, washed up, guys at the business passes by. Dude, you're getting caught blading on TV repeatedly.
We would have never been caught doing that.
Would never been caught doing it, right? Ever. It's just something it completely defeats
Bro,
the purpose of what you're doing.
When I was in Lucha Underground, they asked me to bleed, right?
Right.
And so we were doing this angle with Prince Puma, and I did it so fast that they were like, "When did you do it?"
Right.
I was like, that's just it.
Right. Well, I'm saying, dude, it's like you're bleeding. You're trying to sell the story that the guy is busting you open, but you're openly showing you're cutting yourself.
Right.
Okay, so if you don't like the criticism of that, it's like I don't know what to tell you. You're doing it wrong. Period. Right. And it's like you can't talk your way out of that,
As much as we've done in the business, there's absolutely nothing anybody, the young guys could learn from us, or is it just as long as you agree with everything they're doing, they'll listen. But the moment that you say anything that goes against, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you're whatever, bitter, irrelevant.
Right.
Looking for a buzz, clout chasing, all that.
Yo, what up? This is Konnan, and I host Keeping It 100, my co-host, Disco Inferno, unfortunately.
Well, I'd say you're my co-host.
Listen, every Thursday here on Spreaker, we talk pro wrestling, sports, movies, music, TV, pop culture, and some politics. It's everything the rest of the pro wrestling podcasts are not.
Tune in to hear myself, the superior one, educate and inform.
Tune in to hear me bury Disco.
That's very disrespectful.
Join us every Thursday on Spreaker and keep it 100. Boom!